We move on now to our second leading story. The Nigerian government on Saturday said 3 lecturers of the University of Maiduguri, UNIMAID, were abducted by suspected Boko Haram terrorists in Magumeri, Borno State, in northeast Nigeria, have been released. They were freed alongside 10 women who were kidnapped in a raid by the terror group on a military and police convoy on Damboa Road near Maiduguri. The women are wives of police officers, and the lecturers and the women were abducted in July 2017 in separate attacks.
According to the office of President Muhammadu Buhari, the release of these hostages was facilitated by the Red Cross, but the organization was obliged to specify in the communique that it acted only as an intermediary. The details of the negotiations have not been revealed. However, in October 2016 and May 2017, the ICRC had also served as an intermediary in the release of some 200 girls abducted by Boko Haram at Chibok in 2014. President Buhari appealed on Saturday to the Nigerian army to intensify its efforts to release more than 100 schoolgirls from Chibok who are still missing.
Our correspondent Ibrahim Abdulaziz is with us now. He joins us from Borno State, Nigeria. Good morning, and thank you for joining us, Ibrahim. Good morning, Ibrahim.
A very good morning, Dimba. How are you doing there?
Great. We're doing very fine. Thank you for joining us. Ibrahim, Boko Haram has freed 13 hostages, including 3 university professors. The government says that their release was facilitated by the Red Cross. What details regarding the negotiations have come out since Friday, Ibrahim?
Yeah, Dimba, as you see, the university lecturers and who are mostly geologists and their age were earlier attack were carrying out an oil exploration research that was subcontracted to the university by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. 5 of their colleagues were instantly then killed. The other 10 they were released were women police officers. They were kidnapped in a raid on convoy the previous month on Damboa Road near Maiduguri, Borno State capital. According to government sources, including Garba Shehu, presidential spokespersons, say the release followed a series of negotiations as directed by the Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari and was also facilitated by the International Committee of the Red Cross or Red Crescent, ICRC. But it could be recalled here that even in the late 2016 as well as 2017, when some girls who were said to be some of the abducted school Chibok girls were released, the process was then also facilitated with the help of the ICRC. And for now, it is not yet very clear on the seed negotiation process, but the insurgents had earlier in 2017, last June, to be precise, released a video in which the 3 lecturers appear and they were seen calling on the government of Nigeria to negotiate their release. In the said video, they confirmed that they were abducted by Boko Haram fighters, whom they carefully refer as soldiers of Khalifa al-Barnawi when they were carrying out geological survey service for the NNPC on behalf of the University of Maiduguri. Mr. Barnawi, it could be called, is the leader of a faction of Boko Haram, which broke out from the faction headed by Abubakar Shekau. And one of the abductees then, who simply introduced himself as Dr. Solomon, a lecturer from the University of Maiduguri, said the Nigerian government and all their relevant authorities linked with the service they were providing before they were abducted to comply with the demands of their abductors and ensure they are released alive. The video was also in the same way the Shekau faction did when they also released their own video of abducted women police they captured after their ambush. In Mr. Shekau video, the abducted women were shown crying and calling on the federal government to negotiate their rescue. The Nigerian army later claimed it has rescued all the NNPC geologists after a rescue mission, a claim later faulted by the lecturers' union ASU and the university's vice chancellor, as well as the videos released by the insurgents.
Ibrahim, surely their release comes as a major relief for their families and indeed the Nigerian nation. But the Red Cross, the ICRC, says in a separate statement that it was not part of the negotiations, even though the Nigerian government claimed that it was a part of the negotiations.
Well, as expected, the ICRC averred that it only acted as a neutral intermediary and was carried out as a request of the parties to the ongoing armed conflict. Because even in the statement by Patrick Yusuf, Deputy Regional Director of Africa, the ICRC said it was not involved in any negotiation related to the handover of the 13 people. As according to the statement, the armed opposition handed the 13 people over to ICRC representatives who transported them to Nigerian authorities. These actions were similar to what the ICRC did in October 2016 and May 2017 precisely, when they transported the released Chibok girls to the Nigerian officials. It further that there are many people now missing or being held against their will due to the conflict, a situation that creates untold trauma and suffering, including for families across the Lake Chad region who must live with the daily uncertainty and anguish of not knowing the fate of or whereabouts of their loved ones. So it is hoped that these people too will get to return to their families soon, and the ICRC say it remains ready to provide similar humanitarian service in the future when the relevant parties in the conflict want them to do.
How about the more than 100 Chibok girls who are still in captivity? Is there a definite action plan to get them released?
Well, Bimba, even after the release of the lecturers and the 10 women police officers, President Muhammadu Buhari, through his media aides and tutors, said that the government has intensified its effort at securing the release of the abducted girls and the remaining ones, including freeing them from the ideological groups of Boko Haram terrorists. And for now, only time we can say shall tell when and how this could be possible.
Ibrahim, I'd like to thank you very much for speaking with us this morning. And by the way, my name is Bambi, Jerry Bambi. Ibrahim.
Thank you very much, Jerry Bambi. Good day. Have a good, blessed day.
All right, thank you very much. African News correspondent Ibrahim Abdulaziz, thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you indeed. You are watching the Morning Call right here on African News. Have you missed anything? Well, do not worry, because we have all the stories that we are bringing to you on our website, www.africanews.com, and also that of our other programs on the website. We are also on Twitter. Tweet us at African News and at African News FR in French, and share with us what's going on in your country. We'd love to hear from you. Still to come on the program. Based on the 1982 novel written by Alice Walker, the South African The Color Purple has made its way to the South African stage. The award-winning musical tells the story of a woman who, through love, finds the strength to triumph over adversity. We hear more about the musical and how South Africans are reacting to it. This and indeed more from the world of business and sport when we return after the break.